The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ron Checkett. Welcome to the program for this 4th day of May. May the 4th be with you. 2023, we got ourselves maybe one of the best interleague matchups you could possibly have in 2001. It is Friday night, July 13th, and the Seattle Mariners, after a successful hosting of the All-Star Game, are playing the San Francisco Giants. Combined, these two teams have 109 wins. In fact, there are 109 in 68 combined. The Giants in first place in the National League West, the Mariners in first place in the American League West. And we have a pretty good pitching matchup for you. Jamie Moyer going for the Mariners, and Russell Ortiz, who pretty much stayed in town after his All-Star appearance, going for the Giants. It's Ichiro versus Barry Bonds, the Mariners and the Giants. Next on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, from Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington, it is the Seattle Mariners and the San Francisco Giants. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. It is a beautiful night here in Seattle, 73 degrees, winds very light, 3 right to left, as the ageless Jamie Moyer takes his warm-up tosses. Jamie is 38 years old, throws the changeup at fastball, if you want to call it that, is at 81, and he's a standard pitcher. He is making his 18th start of the year. He is 10-5 with an earned run average of 4.42. His last appearance came on July 4th, so he's on 9 days rest in an 11-4 win against the Rangers. 6 innings, 103 pitches, 5 hits, 2 runs, all earned, with 4 strikeouts. So Moyer, 108 innings overall, 104 hits, 61 runs, 53 earned, 15 home runs. That's a lot. 22 walks and 77 strikeouts. His season high for strikeouts is 10. That came against the Yankees back in April. And he has won his last 2 decisions. He is 7th in baseball with 7 or 10. This will be the lineup he'll face. Calvin Murray will lead off for San Francisco in center field. Rich Aurelia is at short. He'll bat second. Barry Bonds in left will go third. Jeff Kent at first cleans up. Benito Santiago behind the plate will bat fifth. Eric Davis is in right, batting 6th, hitting 114. Sean Dunston, the DH, will go 7th. Martinez at second, batting 8th, and Feliz at third, going 9th. Ortiz should throw about 120 pitches. Defensively for Seattle, Mark McLemore, 6-3 in left. Cameron, a 10-5 in center, and Ichiro, a 10-8 in right. David Bell is 6 at third. Carlos Guillen, a 3 at short. Brett Boone, a 6 at second. John Olerud, a 6 at first. And Tom Lampkin gets the call behind the plate. He's a 5-3. Moyer, an 8 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. And little do we know that Jamie Moyer is going to pitch another 10 years. Calvin Murray steps in at 201, 3 homers, and 11 RBI on this beautiful night. And so oh, no, can't do that. Ugh. Anyway, so here we go. Moyer starts the ball game. A ground ball to Boone, almost on the grass. Has to hurry, and that's an out. I'm doing great. How the hell are you, Midlife Crisis? Brings up Aurelia. Rich at 275. Good enough to get him in the All-Star game. 9 homers and 40 RBI. Moyer kicks and fires. That's in the right center. Cameron moving over. Makes the catch, 2 out. John, was that the Herson interview or the 69 Senators interview? They both went well. Here's Barry Bonds. Barry at 309. 32 home runs, so he's off the pace if he's going to hit 73. But has driven in 70 runs. This is game... the Steve Walker was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We had such a blast with that. This is game number 90 for the Giants and 89 for the Mariners. Pitch to Bonds. Liner in the right. That's going to drop in front of Ichiro. And that's a 2-out single for Jeff Kent. Kent at 271, 7 homers, and 48 RBI. Bonds at this point, not really a threat to steal. With a lefty on the mound especially. Struck him out. He got him looking, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. They leave on Bonds after half an inning. San Francisco, nothing. Here comes Seattle. So Russ Ortiz, who is having a monster year, he leads the majors in wins with 12. He is 12-4 with a 3.69 ERA. In 117, I'll get in a second. He's 27 years old, fastball at 92, and a ground ball plus pitcher. Forgetting that he pitched in the All-Star game, the Dodgers beat him on the 5th. 5-2, 6 innings, 96 pitches, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a home run. He walked 3 and struck out 5. So overall for us, 117 innings, 104 hits, 50 runs, 48 earned, 8 home runs, 53 walks, and 85 strikeouts. The game does not consider his All-Star appearance in any fatigue or anything like that, because technically in Action PC, that's a separate league. The lineup he will face, it's Ichiro leading off in right for Seattle. Mark McLemore in left will bat second. Edgar Martinez, a DH, goes third. John Olerud cleans up at first. Brett Boone at second will bat fifth. Cameron in center goes 6th. Lampkin behind the plate will go 7th. David Bell at 3rd will bat 8th. And Carlos Guillen will go 9th and play short. Moyer threw 19 pitches in his half of the first. He should go about 110. Defensively for San Francisco, Barry Bonds a 4 and a 6 in left. Murray a 7 and a 4 in center. Eric Davis a 6 and a 5 in right. Feliz a 3 at third, playing for a bunt I'm not going to do. Aurelia a 6 at short. Martinez a 4 at second. Kent a 2 at first. Santiago a 5 and a 5 behind the plate. Ortiz an 8 on the mound with a 9.79 fielding percentage. Ichiro at 337, 7 homers, and 52 RBI. Swings and laces this one into left field for a base hit. Bonds will pick it up, and Ichiro retreats back to first. So a leadoff single for Seattle, and that'll bring up Mark McLemore at 231, 6 triples and 17 RBI. They go to the plate, and the pitch out, nothing doing, and Ichiro is pretty much being told to take second base. He's had 34 steals. And now, good thing I didn't go, because they now throw over to first, and so they've done everything they can. And so a 1-out count to McLemore, and here goes Ichiro. Santiago's throw down to Aurelia is not in time, as he had that stolen pretty easily. And that is 35 on the year. So a 1-1 count to McLemore. And there's a base hit in the left center field. Bonds will pick it up. Ichiro with that full head of steam, but he's held up by Lou Piniella. So nobody out. Runners on the corners for Edgar Martinez, hitting .328, 21 homers, and 77 RBI. So Russ Ortiz in a bit of a pickle here at the start of the ballgame. Base hit, left field. Bonds will pick it up. Ichiro scores. McLemore will hold at second. But the Mariners go up 1-0. And Ortiz, who did not pitch well in the All-Star game, is not off to a flying start here this evening. Here's John Olerud. John at .330. 10 homers and 62 RBI. In the left, crowd likes it. So does Bonds. 1 out. McLemore goes back to the bag and will hold. So first and second, 1 out for Brett Boone, hitting .342, 17 homers, and 71 RBI. He's also sitting on an 8-game hitting streak. Pitch to Boone. Struck him out. Got him on a 2-2 fastball, swung on and missed. So as Mike Cameron steps to the plate at .235, 10 homers, and 43 RBI. If Ortiz can get through this with only putting a 1 number on the board, that'll be a stroke of business for the Giants. Got him! Ortiz gets out of the jam. He swung on and missed a hard fastball, and that'll do it. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. We go to the second here in Seattle. Mariners 1, Giants nothing. So Santiago, Davis, and Dunston to face Moyer. Benito at .258. A triple and 23 RBI. Moyer starts the second. Up the middle, Guillen, a good stab behind the bag, over to first for the out. So that brings up Eric Davis. Davis at .114, no homers and 7 RBI, a far cry from his days with both the Reds and the Dodgers. That's a base hit up the middle. As soon as I say that, Cameron throws it back in, and that's the second hit for San Francisco. So Sean Dunston, the batter. Sean at .342. 7 homers and 23 RBI. Moyer deals. Popped up. Lampkin behind the plate. Is he going to run out of real estate? Yes. So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dunston. Moyer's pitch. There goes Davis. The throw down to Boone, and Eric is a dead duck. So it's a full count to Dunston, but Lampkin, not blessed with the best arm, was able to throw out the slow Davis on the attempt to steal. So San Francisco might have run themselves out of the inning. Full count to Dunston. Struck him out. So that's exactly what it is. So a fastball on the outside corners, if it will, and Moyer gets the strikeout. No runs, a hit, no errors. After an inning and a half, 1-0 Seattle. I had pickles for lunch, Dave. It was tasty. And how you doing, Tribe fan? And it'll be Tom Lampkin, David Bell, and Carlos Guillen to face Ortiz. Lampkin at .262, 3 homers and 21 RBI. Wondering if Dave got his ship order yet for the Apple Golf. Pitch to Lampkin. Slow ground ball to Aurelia in the hole. Has a quick throw to Kent, and Lampkin is out on a bang-banger. So 1 out for Bell at .287, 10 homers and 51 RBI. In the left center, Murray moving over, makes the catch. 2 out. For Guillen, .275, 4 homers, and 32 RBI. Another rainy day here in Burlington. April showers bring May flowers, but May showers, I think this brings pollen. Pitch to Guillen. Ground ball to third. Feliz has it. Snap throw over to Kent across the way, and that is an error. So Kent can't get it, and Guillen goes into second base as the throw skipped off of Kent's glove and into the dugout. So that's an E5. That's not on Kent. It was just a bad throw. And the opening 9 for Ortiz, 34 pitches, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run is earned, and 2 strikeouts. Ichiro singled, scored, and stole his 35th base his first time up. Into right field, but Davis should track that one down. He does. And that will retire the side. The error does not hurt. No runs, no hits to go along with it. After 2, 1-0 Seattle. So Ramon Martinez to lead off for the Giants. Ramon at 302. A home run and 17 RBI. Fly ball left field. McLemore in the left center makes the catch, 1 away. For Pedro Feliz at 229, 3 homers and 12 RBI. The ageless Jamie Moyer on the mound for Seattle. Ground ball to third. Bell has it across the way to Olerud for the out. So 2 out for Calvin Murray, who's 0 for 1. Opening 9 for Moyer, 2 2/3, 34 pitches, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Struck him out. So Moyer, a good inning, gets him clean. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 3rd here, 1-0 Seattle. So McLemore, Martinez, and Olerud to face Ortiz in the bottom of the 3rd. Mark singled his first time up. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Murray, 1 out. Edgar Martinez has an RBI single. He scored Ichiro in the first. CRJL's World Series started. Yankees won game right? Yankees over the Expos. As Edgar draws the walk. So a 3-1 fastball missed upstairs. And that'll bring up Olerud, who was 0 for 1. Ortiz's pitch. Slow ground ball up the middle. Aurelia might get 2 here. Martinez for 1 over to Kent, and they do. So a 6-4-3 double play, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 4th, a quick one so far here in Seattle. 1-0 Mariners. So Aurelia, Bonds, and Kent to face Moyer. Rich is 0 for 1. Pop up. Left side. Bell. 1 out. How you doing, Big Dave? Brings up Barry Bonds. Barry singled his first time up. Giants have 2 hits. Mariners have 3. Line drive to Olerud. 2 out. So just kind of a little blooper to first. And that'll bring up Jeff Kent. Jeff struck out his first time up. 1 of the 3 recorded by Moyer. 2 out. There's a base hit right center. That should be extra bases. A rare bad play from Ichiro. A late jump. And Kent is into second standing with his 24th double. And it'll bring up Santiago. Benny is 0 for 1. So Kent the tying run here in the 4th. Moyer deals. There's a ground ball to Guillen. Carlos, a snap throw to Olerud. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit. They've left on 2. Overall, we go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Seattle. So here are the standings. with one game in the second half in the books. Florida by a half game over Philly, 2.5 over the Braves, and 5.5 over the Mets in the East. Houston, a 3-game lead over the Cubs. That was an entertaining ball game yesterday between the Cubs and the White Sox. In the West, Colorado is 4.5 behind San Francisco. Arizona 5.5 back, and the Dodgers, well, it's just not their year. In the East, the Yankees by 7.5 over the Red Sox. The Central, Chicago is a 3-game lead over Cleveland. They will meet soon, and we will have it for you right here on Retro Sports Network. And Seattle's, hi Bernie, and Seattle's lead over Oakland is 4. Baseball birthdays today. Renee Latchman turns 68. Ken Oberkfell, 57. Eddie Perez, 55. Joe Borowski, 52. Manny Ibar, 51. Miguel Cairo, 49. Ben Grieve and Jason Michaels, 47. And Kevin Slowey is 39. It would have been my grandmother's birthday today, too. So Brett Boone is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. And may the 4th be with you. Pitch to Boone. To Ortiz. Right side. Underhands it to Kent. 1 out. So it brings up Mike Cameron, who struck out his first time up. 1 of the 2 by Ortiz. Russ winds and deals. Ground ball left side, base hit. So Cameron, almost a sure threat to steal here. Lampkin, by the way, 0 for 1. So Tribe fan, if you're not a subscriber to his channel, Cleveland CLE Baseball, what? Anyway, he'll have to film, like we actually use film, a 2007 Indians game to get Michaels and Borowski into it. He is doing that season. Cleve Baseball Fan 879, all one word. In August of 79, I was in New Mexico and 7 years old. Ortiz throws to first. Cameron is back. And now we'll go. Pitch to Lampkin. Santiago throws down to Aurelia, and Cameron has his 21st stolen base of the year. So the Mariners are running with authority in a 1-strike count to Lampkin. Tom swings, ground ball right side. Davis will pick it up in the outfield. Cameron will hold. Boy, those percentages look terrible today for that. So first and third, 1 out for David Bell, who is 0 for 1. Don't forget, with you tonight, 7 Eastern, for the second edition of OOTP Perfect Team. We have a tournament to prepare for, a bunch of packs to open, and we'll do a game already on tape. Pitch to Bell. There's a fly ball right field. Davis moving over, and that is out of play. So a full count now to Bell. Cameron on third. Lampkin on first. In a 1-0 game. Seattle up in the bottom of the 4th. Popped up left side. Pedro Feliz takes a step back, makes the catch, 2 out. For Carlos Guillen, who's 0 for 1. Ball 4. And they are loaded for Ichiro. That's not what Ortiz wanted. 3 2/3, 75 pitches for his opening 18. 5 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Ichiro is 1 for 2. He singled to start the ball game and scored. 2 out. Bases full of Mariners. Ortiz and Santiago try to get on the same page. Russ kicks and fires. Fly ball left field, and the Mariners are going to leave them loaded. It's a Foster Brooks inning. No run, 2 hits, and no errors. Seattle, through 4, has left on 6, but they lead 1-0. Happy Thursday, John. How are you? So it'll be Davis, Dunston, and Ramon Martinez for San Francisco in the fifth. Eric singled and was thrown out trying to steal second. Moyer starts the inning with a fly ball to right. Ichiro runs over, and makes the catch. The seas parted, and Ichiro was able to reach a couple rows in the stands to make the play. How about that? So 1 out for Dunston, who struck out his first time up. So that's pretty good, huh? Ground ball to third. Bell over to Olerud. And there's 2 out. Are we really going to get the commercial break before 12:30? Wow. So here's Ramon Martinez. He's 0 for 1. Moyer dealing pretty well right now. 3 hits and 3 strikeouts. Martinez, a ground ball to Boone over to first, and that will retire the side. I had my lunch already. Thank you, pesky pole. And thanks, Gardner. Halfway home on another rainy day here in Burlington. It's 1-0 Seattle. Yeah, John, I think if he had played his full career in the majors, I think he breaks Rose's record. Anyway, here's how we got here. If you joined us late, 1-0 Seattle. Edgar Martinez scored Ichiro on a single in the first to make it 1-0, and that's it. And Seattle has had their chances. They've stranded 6 through 4. In the fourth, they failed to score on 2 hits and a walk. Gardner thinks I eat all the time, and that's just not true. Ortiz, a 5-hitter through 4. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. And Moyer, a 3-hitter through 3, and is just cruising right along. Ichiro's ability just to do that slap bunt and his speed, and he played well late into his career too. He was never a slouch. Here's McLemore, mark 1 for 2. Ortiz starts the fifth. The ground ball, base hit right side. Right up there with Gwynn and Boggs and Ted Williams, among some of the smartest hitters ever to play the game. Here's Edgar Martinez, a single, and he drove in Ichiro in the first. Ortiz throws to first, and McLemore is back. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, he and Muhammad Ali are 2 that lost their prime years for different reasons. How you doing, Kurt? I think even if you add the Japanese numbers to his American numbers, he breaks Rose's record, right? Pitch to Martinez. There's a fly ball left center field. Murray coming in. Makes the catch, and McLemore goes back to first. So 1 out for Olerud, who is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play. And McLemore can't get the jump. Strike 1. The count. Now they'll throw to first. So a game of duck, duck, goose going on, and now McLemore will stay put. Pitch to Olerud. Fly ball, right center field. Murray moving over. Makes the catch. And McLemore will hold 2 out. For Brett Boone, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Oh, absolutely. I hadn't thought of that, John. John thinks Ichiro would have hit 400 if he had played the last few years with all the advanced metrics in extreme shifts. It was George Sisler's record that he broke for most base hits in a single season. 257, was it? There goes McLemore. Santiago throws it. But McLemore is in rather easily, and that's a 2-out stolen base. So Seattle has really run today. I believe that's their third. So a 1-ball count to Boone was 0 for 2. Ground ball right side. Davis will pick it up. McLemore with good speed will round third and score with ease. And it's 2-0 now. Seattle with 2 out here in the 5th. So here's Cameron. 1 for 2, a stolen base and a strikeout. Yep, John says I nailed it. Ichiro combined between the NPB and MLB had 4,367 combined hits. Rose had 4,256 hits. And we can all thank Wikipedia for that quick lookup. Pitch to Cameron. There's a line drive center field. It's going to drop in front of Murray. And he bobbles it out there, and so everyone else should move up 90. So a single and the second error of the ball game for the Giants. And there's 2 on, 2 in scoring position, and 2 out for Lampkin. Tom is 1 for 2. Yeah, I agree, John. I think he'd eat those hard-throwing all-or-nothing throwers for lunch. I mean, one of the drawbacks of modern baseball is the loss of the art of pitching. Nothing wrong with throwing hard. It works. But there's not a lot of craftiness out there. Pitch to Lampkin. Fly ball right field. Davis will make the catch, and that will do. Seattle adds a run on 3 hits and an error. They've left on 8 through 5. After 5, 2-0 M's. Or Mems. One of the two. So Feliz, Murray, and Aurelia to face Moyer here in the 6th. Pedro 0 for 1. Fly ball, left center field. McLemore goes back. 1 out. For Calvin Murray, any relation to Eddie? Calvin is 0 for 2 in the strikeout. Moyer, 18 batters, 5 1/3, 80 pitches, 3 hits, and 3 strikeouts. In the right center, back goes Cameron and Suzuki. Ichiro off the wall. So Murray has himself a 1-out double. The wind, what little there is of it, is blowing out to center at 3 on what is now a cool night here in Seattle, 69 degrees. So here's Aurelia. Rich is 0 for 2. In the center field, Cameron makes the catch for the out. Murray will hold. So 2 out for Barry Bonds and first base open. Barry 1 for 2. And I'll do something I never usually do. I'm gonna pitch around. Ground ball to first. Olerud takes it himself, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. Runner left on, bottom of the 6th. It's still Seattle 2, San Francisco nothing. So Bell, Guillen, and Ichiro here in the 6th to face Ortiz. David is 0 for 2. Ground ball to Feliz. Pedro across the way. Has to hurry, and Bell is on with another error. This time, Kent did his best hockey goalie impression and knocked it down. So Bell couldn't go to second. But that's the third error for the Giants in this ballgame. And that'll bring up Carlos Guillen, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. So Ortiz shaking his head. Right back to Russ. Martinez for 1. Over to Kent. Won't matter. They turn it. So 2 out. John says, saw Kyle Schwarber the other night just poke a ball in the left center. I thought, man, so he can do it. Love baseball even now, but the approach should change. I think that taking the shift out certainly has helped. But it very much is a power game. Here's Ichiro. He's 1 for 3. A run scored and a stolen base. That came to start the ball game. Ortiz opening 27 batters, 96 pitches, 5 2/3, 8 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Pitch to Ichiro. Ground ball right side for a base hit. So that's the 9th hit for Seattle. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They've left on 8. No runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for San Francisco. They've left on 3. And as McLemore steps in with 2 for 3, a stolen base and a run scored. It's amazing. It's only a 2-0 ball game. Seattle's had their number. Throw to first. And Ichiro is picked off. So Ichiro got leading one way, and Jeff Kent put on the tag. How about that? Again, Seattle, it should be a bigger lead. No runs, a hit, and an error. They don't leave anybody on after 6-2, Mariners. So it'll be Kent, Santiago, and Davis to face Moyer here in the 7th. Kent, 1 for 2. He has doubled and struck out. As Moyer starts the 7th, a high fly ball, left field. McLemore will have it hit the wall, and Kent is into second standing. That's his 25th double of the year. And that'll bring up Santiago, who's 0 for 2. John continues to say that most of modern hitters are so well conditioned now, and with the aid of tech, the power hitters are still going to hit a homer by a mistake. Everybody doesn't have to be a dead pull hitter. I know that some of the players aren't happy about the bigger bases, but if a stolen base can turn into a primary weapon again, you might see a Gwynn or an Ichiro type hitter become developed. Although don't let Gwynn fool you. At one point in his career, he did hit for power. Santiago, ground ball in the left field. Did that hit the mound? I think it did. And caught everybody by some. No, it hit the leg of Moyer. And so everyone kind of holds up. So Ken on third, Santiago on first. And here's Eric Davis. He's 1 for 2. Jamie says he's okay. Lampkin goes out to make sure he's okay. Jamie sets and fires. Struck him out, I guess he is. An 0-2 change on the outside corner. Got him looking. So 1 out for Dunston. Sean is struck out. He's 0 for 2. And now a ground ball gets him out of the inning. Going to be close to the end of the line for Jamie anyway. And a 2-0 Seattle lead. Moyer looking for his 11th win. Pitch to Dunston. Ground ball to Bell. They might get 2 out of this. Nope. No chance to get Santiago. They'll go for Kent, and no. So the tag was late. 1 out. And they'll now look to get out Moyer as Joel Pinero will come in the ballgame. So good effort by Moyer. He leaves with the lead. He is the winning pitcher of record. But with 2 on and 1 out in a 1-run game, you got the fresh arm, and Pinero doesn't start again. Well, it starts for the first time next week. So Pinero came up on the 4th of July. It's kind of like my wife. 22 years old, fastball at 90, and a ground ball pitcher. Making his 3rd appearance, he pitched 2 innings against the Dodgers on the 6th. 21 pitches and 2 strikeouts. So overall, 3 and a third innings and 4 strikeouts. 6-2 on the real year, a 2.03 ERA. 75 and a third innings, 50 hits, 2 homers. He has walked 21 and struck out 56. Ground ball is what he wants here. Ramon Martinez is 0 for 2. Infield fly is called. Boone behind the bag will make the catch. 2 out for Feliz. So Pedro is 0 for 2. Pinero starts on the 21st. Feliz right to Pinero, right side, over to Olerud, and that'll do it for San Francisco. Stretch time, 2-1 M's. Giants have a double play for a line score, 1-6-3. Seattle 2-9-0. Mariners have left on 8, the Giants 5. McLemore was at the plate when Ichiro was picked off in the 6th. He's still 2 for 3. He'll single twice. Got him. Ortiz a fastball at the belt. 1 out on a 2-2 count. They'll bring up Edgar. Martinez is 1 for 2. He is singled, driven in a run, and scored. Struck him out. So that's 4, and that's a good morning and a good afternoon for Ortiz. Here's Olerud. John is 0 for 3 and is grounded into a double play. Base hit left field. Olerud goes the opposite way. And that'll do it. Felix Rodriguez coming in to pitch for the Giants. We got a pitching change. As game Camadia from Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington. So Felix, 28 years old. Fastball at 94. A ground ball pitcher. He is 1-3 with an earned run average of 212. He last pitched last night against the Mariners. First game out of the break, a 5-4 win by Seattle. Went 1 inning, 24 pitches, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. 51 innings for Felix, 31 hits, 17 runs, 12 earned, 2 homers. He's walked 21 while striking out 66. So Boone steps in. Brett 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and drove home his 72nd run. And he draws the walk. So 2-1 Mariners, 2 out, bottom of the 7th for Mike Cameron. It was 2 for 3. Mike has singled twice, stolen a base, and struck out. Line drive to Aurelia, and Rich will snare it, and that'll do it. So no runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the 8th here at Safeco, 2-1 Seattle. So top of the lineup, Murray, Aurelia, and Bonds to face Joe Pinero. Wind is still very light at 3, out to dead center. 67 degrees, a beautiful night. There might even be a goat grazing in the grass somewhere. And Marvin Bernard will pinch hit. As a pinch hitter, Bernard at .250, a homer and 3 RBI. Overall, the lefty at .221, 6 homers and 19 RBI. Base hit left field. McLemore can't make the play, and Bernard is going to take second on the botched ball. So first error for the Mariners. And just like that, the tying run is on second with nobody out for Aurelia, who is 0 for 3. So Pinero needs a deep breath. Barry Bonds on deck. Drops one down. Olerud picks it up, and nobody's going to get thrown out. Aurelia with an infield hit. And now with nobody out, you're playing the infield in for Bonds, who is 1 for 3. So 2-1 Seattle. And San Francisco knocking on the door here in the 8th. Bonds up the middle, a base hit. So Bernard will score. That error now is costly as this game is tied at 2. So Jeff Kent, who has doubled twice, is up. He now has 25 on the season. He's 2 for 3. He has scored and struck out. To third, might be 2. Bell, great play. Boone for 1. That's all they're going to get. They threw to try to get Kent, but it did not work. So the throw was late, but Bell robs a hit, and they get Bonds on the 4s, 5-4. So now a double play gets him out of the inning. Santiago is 1 for 3 for San Francisco with a single. So Aurelia on third, Kent on first, in a 2-2 tie here in the 8th. Struck him out. A fastball that Santiago chased on an 0-2. So 2 out for Eric Davis. We're wondering if the computer will pinch hit. Somehow, some way, Eric is 1 for 3. A single and a strikeout. He stays in the game, flies this one into left center. Cameron will make the play, and that'll do it. But the Giants get a run on the bad error by Cameron. After 7.5, it's 2-2. So 2 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for San Francisco, and they've left on 7. 2 runs, 10 hits, an error for Seattle, and they have left on 10. Lampkin is 1 for 3. Bell and Guillen to follow. Rodriguez popped up. Santiago doffs the mask. 1 out. It'll be Dunston, Martinez, and Feliz for the Giants in the 9th. Bell is 0 for 3. David swings, popped up, left side, foul territory. Feliz. Well, they're not going to park the seats for him now, are they? So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bell into center field. Back goes Bernard. Well hit, but will stay in the yard. 2 out. That'll bring up Carlos Guillen, who is 0 for 2. You thought we'd be done early today. Ha! The joke's on me. Guillen's 0 for 2. He's walked and grounded into a double play. So Felix Rodriguez, 1 full inning. Got him. He got Guillen on a fastball on the outside corner, and that's it. We go to the 9th here in Seattle. San Francisco 2, the Mariners 2. So Pinero will pitch the 9th. It'll be Dunston, Ramon Martinez, and Pedro Feliz. Sean is 0 for 3. He has struck out and driven in a run. And Felipe Crespo is going to pinch hit. So Crespo is the new DH. Bernard, by the way, is a new center fielder. Crespo at 247, 6 homers and 16 RBI. Draws the walk, and that is the go-ahead run for Ramon Martinez, who is 0 for 3. Pinero goes to Boone for 1 and back to Olerud for 2. How about that? That was closer to Olerud than Pinero, but Joel was running off the mound on contact, did a spinorama in the air. Boone was by the bag, and they were able to do the 1-4-3 DP. Wow. What a play. So here's Feliz. Pedro is 0 for 3, and the faithful here in Seattle are quite thankful. Struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Giants 2, the Mariners 2. Aaron Fultz gets the call out of the pen. Fultz making his 42nd appearance. He does not have a decision. He is in line for one here. He can't win it. He can lose it right now. He does have a save and an earned run average of 270. He is 27 years old. Throws a fly ball, and that slider tops out at 90. He pitched last night in that 5-4 loss. Did not take the decision, but did not pitch well. 2/3 of an inning, 22 pitches, 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned, and 2 walks. So overall for Aaron, 43 1/3, 34 hits, 13 runs, all earned. He has allowed 5 homers, walking 12 while striking out 36. You guys are awful quiet. So Ichiro, McLemore, and Martinez. Here in the bottom of the 9th, cardiac time here at Safeco. Ichiro is 2 for 4. He has singled twice. He scored in the first and stole a base in the first. One of the 2 Seattle runs. Base hit right side, and so the winning run is on. And he is glued to first base. Pinella says, Suzuki-san, stay put. Here's McLemore. Mark has singled twice. He's 2 for 4. He has also struck out, scored, and stolen a base, his 19th. Fultz throws to first, and Ichiro is indeed staying put. Now he could go, but we're going to swing McLemore first. Mark draws the walk. And now the winning run is on second. And there is afterburners to burn here in Seattle as Edgar Martinez steps to the plate. He is 1 for 3, a single, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. And it's fitting here in the home of Boeing to have such speed to blaze down the base path. Pitch to Edgar. Ball 4, and now the winning run is 90 feet away. McLemore and Martinez pull out the Adirondack chairs, and with nobody out, Olerud looks back to the dugout. Lefty. Who can hit a lefty? And Ed Sprague will grab the bat. And that'll do it for Fultz. It'll be Rob Nen. So again, now Fultz can't win this. He can lose it. And so once again, advantage San Francisco. But remember, there's nobody out. So Nen, not a save situation. He is 2 and 3. He does have 24 saves and an earned run average of 167. This will be his 41st appearance. He is a fastball pitcher at 93 and a ground ball plus pitcher. He pitched last night, did not do all that well in an inning and 2/3. 33 pitches, 2 hits, a run, a solo homer from somebody, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So overall for Nen, 43 innings, 27 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 5 homers. He's walked 11 and struck out 54. So Sprague really just needs to make good contact here, as Nen is right in the air fryer. And he's so confident he brought his own bottle of hot sauce. As a pinch hitter, he has 2 RBI. Overall, 311 with 7 RBI. So Ichiro on third, McLemore on second, and Martinez on first. Infield and outfield are playing in. It doesn't get much tighter than that. He walks and the ball game is over. Ichiro trots down the line at third. Nen slams the ball in his glove, and the Mariners win in a walk-off walk by the final score of 3-2. 3.5 fake hours it took to play this ball game. 2 runs. Yeah, Andrew, what an ending indeed. 2 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for San Francisco. They beat themselves. 3 runs, 11 hits, and an error for Seattle, who now goes to 58-31. San Francisco falls to 52-38. The Mariners left on 10. Joe Panero's going to get the Digital Dice MVP. Really can't blame him for that 1 run. 2 2/3, 3 hits, the run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He gets his first win. The ageless Jamie Moyer, 6 1/3, 6 hits, a run, it was earned, and 4 strikeouts. Russ Ortiz went into the 7th, 6 2/3, 10 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 while striking out 4. And Aaron Fultz didn't get anybody out. 2 walks and a hit. And Rob Den was pretty much in a no-win situation. Now the rest of this Friday the 13th in baseball. Friday the 13th. All right. Kansas City beats the Pirates 3-2. Austin 1-1. Williams 1-4. Redmond 2 for 5. A home run, his first. And a double. Cubs beat the White Sox. The Cubs walk 11 batters in a 2-1 win. Kyle Farnsworth, who didn't pitch like potato chips yesterday when I had him on, gets the win 3-3. Mark Burley falls to 8-6. Paul Konerko 2 for 4. He's 15th of the year. Indians gain a game. They beat the Reds 8-4. CC Sabathia goes to 5-5. Elmer Desson's 3-7. Gonzalez 4 for 5 with his 24th. Philadelphia shuts down Toronto 3-0. You're welcome, Bernie. Omar Dahl 7-7. Paris 5-7. Mesa his 21st save. Red Sox beat the Mets 5-2. Bryce Flory gets his first win. He's 1-1. Kevin Appier is 7-7. Troy O'Leary 2 for 4, his 8th of the year, and drives in 2. Montreal over Tampa 7-4. Javi Vasquez 8-3. Kennedy 3-2. Jose Vidro 2 for 4 with a stolen base. Marlins all over the Yankees 10-3. Smith 7-3. Ted Lilly 7-2. You're welcome, John. Redmond 2 for 4, his 2nd of the year, and drives in 4. The Braves walk 10, but beat Baltimore 11-9. Reed 1-0, his first win with the Braves. Buddy Groom is 0-6 now. Fordyce 3 for 5, his 2nd of the year, and drives in 3. Cardinals beat the Tigers 3-2. Christensen 3-2. Anderson 2-3. Edgar Renteria 2 for 3, his 8th of the year. It was a good one, wasn't it? Minnesota 6-3 over Milwaukee. Brad Radke nickels and dimes his record to 5-10. Levereau 4-6. Doug Mientkiewicz, 3 for 4, double and a stolen base. Houston, 4. San Diego, 1. Roy Oswalt, 3 and 1. Woody Williams, 2 and 10. Billy Wagner, his 23rd save. In 10 innings, the Rockies pound out 19 hits, and the Broncos beat the Cowboys 13-12. Powell, 2 and 0. Zimmerman, 1 and 3. One of the Walkers, 4 for 4. Oakland behind 2 hits and 7 in the third innings from Tim Hudson. Downs the Dodgers 6-1. Hudson 11 and 5. Chan-Ho Park falls to 5 and 7. Miguel Tejada 3 for 4, 16th of the year, and drives in 3. And last but not least, Anaheim 7, Arizona 6. Troy Percival gets the win, his first. Kim takes a loss, he's 3 and 6. Louis Gonzalez 2 for 5, his 33rd of the year, and drives in 3. Tomorrow, Randy Johnson, Jared Washburn. It's the D-backs and the Angels tomorrow at noon Eastern. We'll see you then for it. OOTP tonight, 7 Eastern-ish. 7:30, somewhere in there. If that changes, we'll let you know. Perfect Team Part 2, the Burlington Streamers. We'll show you how we're doing. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Hey, thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time. So long, everybody.